Hey, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Freakeasy Gaming and welcome back to another video. I got a really awesome video for you guys here today, and in today's video I'm gonna show you guys one of the most overpowered ERAD class setups for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now guys, when I say overpowered class setup, I truly mean overpowered class setup. This thing absolutely melts and destroys any enemy you come in contact with. Have you guys ever came across an enemy that's just killed you so quickly it's made you upset and want to rage quit? Well, if you're like most of us who play Call of Duty, the answer is yes. And this gun is that gun that's gonna make people want to rage quit. Now guys, this gun works extremely well for all game modes, not just one. So, whatever game mode you play, whether you want to play Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, whatever game mode you want to play, this gun is going to work extremely well. And if you use this class setup, you should do really good. Now guys, with that said, let's get right into the guide so you can begin using this overpowered class yourself. So guys, the first thing you are going to want to have on this class is the ERAD SMG. Now guys, there's a few benefits just to using the ERAD SMG, or there's one major benefit to using the ERAD SMG. And what that benefit is that this SMG is the most accurate of all the SMGs in the game, which is an extremely huge benefit because accuracy is very important when it comes to Call of Duty and winning firefights in Call of Duty. So guys, moving on to the first attachment you're going to want to have for the ERAD here, the foregrip. Now, I know I just said it's the most accurate gun in the game, but as with any SMG, it obviously does have some form of recoil. And even a little bit of recoil could throw your shot off. But if you throw a foregrip on this ERAD, it is so incredibly accurate. The spread of the gun doesn't really even move. If you have foregrip on this ERAD, basically anywhere you aim, that's where your bullets are gonna hit. Alright guys, the second attachment you guys are gonna want to have on your ERAD is Quick Draw. Now guys, Quick Draw is extremely important for this class setup. And the reason for that is because Quick Draw allows you to obviously bring your gun up faster and aim down your sights faster. And the faster you could bring up your gun and aim down your sights, the faster you could get the gun on target. And the faster you could get the gun on target, the faster you could put shots on an enemy and kill an enemy. And especially with the ERAD being an extremely accurate gun, having the benefit of being able to pull up the iron sights or pull up your sights really fast is extremely good. Alright guys, moving on to the third attachment you're going to want to have on this gun, Particle Amp. Now guys, I know Particle Amp sounds like some crazy name, but in fact Particle Amp is just long barrel for these new energy weapons in Infinite Warfare. All Particle Amp does is it extends the stopping power range of the gun. And what that means is that it basically extends the gun's effective range. So instead of this SMG not being that effective at range, putting the Particle Amp on here will increase the effective range of the gun. And once you guys use this class, you will see what I mean. You will melt enemies almost instantly. And without Particle Amp, it really doesn't work all that well. Now guys, I have no secondary weapon on this class setup, and I do not have any lethals or tacticals on this class setup. So we're gonna move straight into perks. So the first perk I have on here is Dexterity. Now, the reason why I have Dexterity on this class setup and the reason why Dexterity is so important is because it allows you to reload just a little bit faster. And reloading when you only have one primary weapon is extremely important. And the faster you do it, the better. And especially when it comes to SMGs where you shoot a bunch of shots and you need to reload almost after every firefight, it's really good to have Dexterity on there. And if you're in a firefight and you guys are still battling it out, it really gives you the edge over an opponent if they don't have Dexterity. because you are able to reload that gun faster than they would. And obviously, if you could reload the gun faster than they can, you're obviously gonna get the kill. Now guys, moving on to the second perk I have on here, which is another perk 1, which is Blast Shield. I find that in Infinite Warfare, there's a lot of grenades and HCXDs. They're not called HCXDs in this game. I forget the name of them. But the little remote control cars or little remote control hovercrafts that explode. You have the airstrikes. Basically, there are a lot of explosions in Infinite Warfare that you could be killed by, and Blast Shield really helps you out in protecting you from them. So if an enemy throws a grenade in your room or an airstrike comes by, you're going to be able just to slightly survive that. Now guys, moving on to the second perk I have on here, Tac Resist. The reason I have Tac Resist on here because it increases your resistance to flash and stun effects. So if somebody throws a jammer grenade at you, it's not gonna stun you. If someone throws a blackout grenade, which is basically like a flashbang, it's not gonna affect you. If you step on a cryo mine, it's not gonna affect you. And the best of all, which I think is really cool, is it protects you from melee stuns. So if somebody decides to get smart with you and try to smack you, your guy won't stand there and be stunned and just get smacked one more time. If you guys have Tac Resist on and someone smacks you, you're gonna be able to jump away and kill that enemy instead of being stunned and unable to move. So guys, moving on to perk 3, Marksman. Now Marksman is extremely good because it allows you to flinch less when you get shot. And when it comes down to critical firefight situations, you want to be as accurate as possible. And any benefit to accuracy helps out in a tremendous way. So having Marksman on here and basically flinching less when you get shot is extremely important. Anyways guys, that was my ERAD class setup, an absolutely overpowered class setup in my opinion. When you guys use it, you'll see what I mean, especially when you get this gun up at close range. It absolutely melts enemies. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, remember to drop a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Anyways guys, hope to see you guys right back here tomorrow. And remember, stay freaky.